Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Market Voice. Well, we have been seeing on what would be the winning strategy for any given trader. In the last few days, we saw there are 5 essentials for winning, as said by SunTzu in his book The Art of War. The first one being the one who knows which battles to fight and which battles to let go is the one who will eventually win. So here, from a trader's point of view, we should know which trade to take and which trade to skip. So once you have a mechanism wherein you will pick up on your high probability trades, then you stand that much more chance to win in the long run. So that was the first aspect. Second aspect, what SunTzu says, which is also endorsed in our own Shastras, Bhagavad Gita, wherein he says the second one is the one who takes both losses and profits equally will eventually win. In the sense, it talks of our emotional setup wherein we should not get overly disturbed with our losses or overly joyful with our profits. If you can maintain equanimity of your mind, then it is possible for you to win in the long run. So you should not get disturbed by the results, just follow your process and keep fine-tuning your process, improving your process, improving your methodologies, improving your skills, and the results will eventually take care of itself. So that was the second aspect. And the third aspect is what SunTzu says is he will win whose army is animated by the same spirit throughout all its ranks. Here he is talking of high energy and spirit and the same purpose. The soldiers or the team or the commanders or the battalion or the infantry should have the same goal and same purpose of winning the battle. They should have the same kind of energy and same kind of purpose behind their effort. It's only when everybody feels the same set of energy for winning and to destroy the enemy, that is when it is possible. So here trading is more of a individualistic game. So how do we map this axiom of having the team members or having the army or having people below us having the same kind of energy? When it comes to trading being a individualistic game, here we are our own generals, we are our own soldiers, we are our own commanders, we are our own strategists, we are our own kings, and we are solely responsible for all our losses and profits. So in this kind of a scenario, it is the onus is on us to keep our spirits high at all times. There in the army or in the battlefield, the importance is given to the whole battalion to have the same kind of energy and purpose. But here, this being an individual game, it is your own responsibility to maintain your spirits very high at all times for you to win, because this is a emotional roller coaster on a daily basis. Every day you will see some profits or some losses or some inefficiency in execution or strategy not working on that particular day. There will be 100 types of emotions that will be developing inside you while you are waiting for the trade or while you are in the trade or after having exiting the trade also. The resultant will not let you go. It's not like once you finish the trade or close the trade, it just becomes past and it becomes part of your history. No, it will still haunt you with either why did it not work, or it will haunt you with your losses, or it will keeps you elated with the profits that you made. So the emotions will not leave you even after the trade is over. Even after 3:30 you will be possessed by those emotions, which could be positive or which could be negative. So the very objective or very important thing to note here is you as a trader, you need to have very high spirits to trade. and very high conviction. And how will you suppress your emotions while trading is one important aspect is you have to be a consistent trader. If you have your methodologies which is consistent and which is scalable, then you can do well in the long run. So how do you keep your spirits high? One of the method of keeping our spirits high is being consistent. Yes, discipline also helps us in being consistent, or being having very high energies. Along with discipline, what is also required is consistent execution and consistent approach towards the market in terms of observing the trades, in terms of entering into the trade, in terms of maintaining our stop losses and targets, and sailing through the trade with a preconceived notion. We should not leave anything to subjectivity or to the runtime decision making. We should have a mechanism wherein most of the decisions are done beforehand. That way it becomes easy for you to enter the trade. Even before the market opens at 9:15, you should know where is your next trade, where could be the next trade that will be emerging. If market gaps up, you should have a protocol on if the market gaps up, what will I do? Or you should have a protocol if market opens within the range, then what will I do? Or if the market gaps down, then what will I do? You should have a kind of contingency plan written down for every kind of eventuality that might come up in the market. So during market hours, do not change your stance, change your strategies. Do not randomly or out of impulse. Impulsive behavior is good in other areas, but impulsively doing anything in stock market is a kind of recipe for disaster. So how do you stop your impulses from promoting or provoking you to do some trades which is not fully thought out, is by being consistent with our approach. So consistency is the key to have that kind of equanimity of the mind, and also to have very high energies while doing the trading. Otherwise, in few days of trading, you will get so exhausted and you will get so much of either disappointed or so much perplexed with what is happening in the market. Markets are so volatile, we are not knowing, markets are not like before, now the scenarios have changed. All of these things we think markets keep changing its colors, but the true thing is we ourselves don't know what is the true nature of market is. Once we start understanding, yes, market has multi dimensions to it. It is not having one dimension or few dimensions. Market has multiple dimensions. That is where you should know what is your preference and what kind of trades you will take up and what kind of trades you will feel comfortable to trade with. So all of these things will come when you have your planning done properly, when you have enough amount of discipline, enough amount of emotional management, and also being consistent in terms of execution and handling your trades. Handling a trade is very, very important. In fact, it is very important even in the business area, wherein we all have great ideas, but when it comes to execution, it is not so easy to execute all our ideas. So many challenges come up, so many different aspects come up while actually running the business. So running the business, you need to be very, very consistent with your customers, with your vendors, with your plans, product development, and so many other aspects. Very similarly, even in trading, you need to have very high energies, and to maintain very high energies in trading day in and day out on a daily basis for a long duration of time, you should have a very strong mental setup, and that you can achieve by being consistent in your trades. So having said that, let us meet once again with one more topic tomorrow. Until then, Om Swasti.